to our Spoken English for Developers Day 3. Hope you have learned various phrases in these 2 days, because in these 2 days I taught you how you can introduce yourself, and apart from that, as an example, I told you how you can talk about your hobby to others, like how you can converse with people. Most of the time, what happens, we understand people, like what they are talking in English, but then we are not able to talk to them. Yes, so in that case, it is very much important for you, if you are a beginner as well as if you don't know English at all. In that case, you have to go phrase by phrase. Yes, grammar comes later. So when you want to speak in English, grammar comes later. First of all, you have to go through all the conversations and try speaking yourself. Yes, so the first step of English speaking is to start speaking. First you have to start speaking, then only you'll be able to speak. Yes, and it's not like one day you are speaking and on the other day you are not speaking. Every day you have to find somebody to whom you can speak in English. Yes, so as I tell you, and wherever you go, everybody will tell you the same thing, that for learning English, listening, reading, writing, and speaking, these four steps are very much important, right? So you have to read various English stories. In case if you are not able to understand English of high standards, go for stories which are for kids. The kid stories are very simple, and they have simple words, simple vocabulary that will help you to start speaking to others. Yes, after reading, you also have to reflect on that. Either you can write, I will say, do both the things, write and talk. So if you read the story of Hare and Tortoise, after that you can explain the same story to somebody, or maybe to yourself only, through a video, or just stand in front of the mirror, explain the whole story, try explaining the story in English itself. Yes, and listen to different podcasts which are in English. Listen to different videos of good speakers, as I told you in the first class also. Listen to different videos of good speakers and try to imitate them. Now always we say that we should not copy others, but at the beginning, try copying, and when you are little bit smooth in this language, create your own style. Yes, this is how we are going to start speaking in English. But the most important thing is this, that you have to change your mindset. If you think that I cannot speak in English, you will be never able to speak in English. You have to think, yes, I can, and if I don't, I will improve myself. Yes, so if I talk about myself, even I am an Indian, I also didn't know how to speak in English. I also read in an English medium school, but I never spoke in English. Now, for this, I will not, blame my school or my teachers, because my school and my teachers, they were very strict about English. They used to be behind us with the sticks. Yes, always they, sorry, always they used to keep on telling us that you have to speak in English, you have to speak in English. But you know teachers cannot be with you all the time. When you are sitting with somebody on the bench, you will talk to that person in Hindi. Now teacher is like teaching in front of the class. She is standing in front of the class. She cannot come to each and every student to check in which language they are speaking. Yes, while playing also we used to speak to each other in Hindi. But then, the moment I grew up, I came to know that English is a very important language, especially when you are going for you are facing the job market. You have to give the interview. Yes, what you know, whether you have the skills or not, that comes, that is not that much primary. And how you are speaking, your communication skill is much more important than your knowledge. Yes, knowledge about your field. So the moment you speak to people, you can influence them, and even if you don't have much knowledge in your field, you will get hired, and then after going into the company, these people only will give you the chance to learn more in your field, learn more about your field, and then grow as an expert both in your field as well as an communicator. Yes, so without wasting much time, my today's class would be for the most important thing for the spoken English students, that is verbs. Okay, so before tenses, we should understand verbs and how we are going to agree the verbs with our subjects. Yes, so let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. So here, I hope my screen is visible to you. Before starting with this topic, I want you to show something, that is, we have two types of verbs. You already might know that we have two types of verbs. One is regular verb and one is irregular verb. So if I give you the example of regular verb, it is clean, cleaned. Yes, so clean is present tense, cleaned is past tense. Wash is present tense, washed is past tense. Right? So the moment we are adding ed with the verb, it becomes past tense. But is it the case with each and every word? No, it's not the same. Yes, so most of the time the verbs which we use in our daily life, they are irregular verbs, and we make mistake in them only. But the most important thing is this, that these verbs, whenever you are going to change them into past tense, they will not end with ed. The whole word would be changed. Yes, for example, if the present tense is go, past tense would be went. You cannot say good, right? And gone also is not simple past, right? So let me show you these. Okay, so these are some regular verbs, as you can see in my screen, that is abuse, abused, abused. So basically we have three types of verbs that you should know, that is present tense, past tense, and past participle. Yes, these are also known as V1, V2, and V3. Yes, and as you will learn tenses, you will come to know how you are going to use these kind of verbs. Okay, act, acted, acted, admire, admired, admired. Then we have beg, begged, begged, call, called, called, dance, danced, danced. Okay, desire, desired, desired, die, died, died, earn, earned, earned, fail, failed, failed. So can you see most of the verbs are ending with ed. Now the twist is here. When you have to deal with irregular verb, I'm sorry, I just could not put columns in it, so you just have to adjust with this. I can make the screen little bigger. So here you see the, what is the past form of begin? Begin, began. Yes, and past participle form is begun, right? Then we have bite, bit, bitten, break, broke, broken, burst, 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 buy, bought, bought, catch, caught, caught, right? Then here, do, did, done, drink, drank, drunk. Okay, forget, forgot, forgotten, get, got, got, give, gave, given, go, went, gone. Can you see how these verbs are changing? The whole word is changing. These are not ending with ed. Yes, so you have to be very much clear about the verbs, about the regular verbs as well as the irregular verbs. The moment you are clear about it, your sentences are going to be correct. You will understand, okay, so here I am creating a sentence under past tense and what kind of verb I have to use. Here I am creating a sentence with perfect tense, so what kind of verb I am going to use, right? So let us come to the topic of today's class, that is subject verb agreement, right? So the moment I say subject, what do you mean by subject? Subject means the person, place, animal, or thing about which we are talking. Yes. Say, for example, the students are attending their English class. The students are attending their English class. So, what is the subject in this sentence? It is students. We are talking about the students. The students are attending their English class. Yes. So, now here the how is the subject, in that way your verb should also be, that means they should match to each other. If they are not matching, that means your sentence will go wrong, right? So let us go inside the topic. So what is subject verb agreement? To make a correct sentence from a verb. Yes, to make a correct sentence form, a verb must agree with its subject in number or person. Okay, so here our idea is that if our subject is plural, our verb also should be plural. If our subject is singular, our verb should also be singular. Okay, so here are some rules which you have to remember, so that you can speak fluently in English. But one thing I tell you, please do not take this grammar rules very strictly. First thing first is this: you should start speaking in English, and later you will be correcting your grammar part. So maybe it will, if you practice daily, it will take 1 month's time for you to be little fluent in spoken English, and then in the second month you can start checking on your grammar accuracy. Okay, so first one is a singular noun. So our subject always consists of noun or pronoun. We always talk about somebody or something or some places, so this you have to remember. So a singular noun or pronoun takes singular verb. Okay, so if I say the girl plays, the girl plays, so here girl is singular, and again my verb is play, so I'm adding s with it. Okay, so the moment I add s with my verb becomes singular. My verb becomes singular. Okay, here a plural noun or pronoun takes plural verb. Okay, here I will say the girls play. So my word without s is plural, right? Pronoun you always takes a plural verb with it, even if it is used for a singular person. Now here we have got the pronoun you. We use this pronoun to talk to a single person or to a group also. Say for example, you are talking to your friend, you will say how you are doing or what are you doing. Yes, and say for example, you are talking to your colleagues, what you will say: did you finish your work? Did you do your lunch? Okay, did you finish your work? Okay, so when we are talking to a group of people, that time also we are pointing them using the pronoun you, and when we are talking to somebody single, at that point at that point of time also we are using you. So you is always considered to be a plural form of subject, and you will always take the plural form of the verb. Okay, so you never say you sleeps, right? sleep, sleep, and the moment we are adding s with it, it becomes singular. We never say you sleeps. Either we are talking to one person or to more than one person, we will always say you sleep, because you will always take the plural form of the verb. Then we come to the last rule, that is pronoun I. Pronoun I, that is when we are talking about I mean ourselves. So pronoun I always takes a plural verb. Okay, so you say I sleep, I speak. You never say I sleeps, I speaks, I goes. No, I go, isn't it? Okay, so these are some rules you have to remember. In the beginning you might make mistakes, it's okay. Don't get too much annoyed with that, or too much irritated or worried. Just say yourself, yes, I'm getting I'm feeling that I'm making mistakes, but I'm going to correct myself. Yes. Okay, so here there are some examples. In the in this column we have got all the subjects as singular noun and all the verbs are singular. Why the verbs are singular? Because the singular subject will take singular verb, right? And then plural noun will always take the plural form of the verb, as I already told you. Yes, so exceptions are there, like I and you. The girl speaks French. So here you can understand that the girl is a noun. It's a common noun. So we don't have S here. That means it is singular. This much understanding you have, I know. But speaks, the moment I say singular verb, plural verb, people don't understand. People get confused, because they might have read about this in their schools and colleges, but now they have forgot about it. Yes, so speaks, the moment we add s with the verb, it becomes singular. Okay, so both the noun and verb, they act opposite to each other. The whenever we add s to the noun, it becomes plural, but whenever we add s to the verb, it becomes singular. Yes, see here, the girls speak French. Here, I did not add s to the word since I wanted a plural verb, and here I added s to the noun, because the moment I add s to the noun, it becomes plural, right? Same is the case with these sentences. The child plays football. The child plays football. What is the plural form of child? Children, isn't it? The children play football. That dog runs fast. That dog runs fast. Those dogs run fast. This dress looks beautiful. These dresses look beautiful. Rima lives in Mumbai. Yeah, so here it's a proper noun, Rima. We are talking about a girl called Rima. Rima is singular, so we have used the singular form of verb lives in Mumbai. Now here we have got Rima and Rahul. Rima and Rahul live in Mumbai. Okay, so Rima and Rahul makes my subject plural, and that's why we have used a plural form of verb here. Now say for example, if we would have had or here in place of and, then what would be the form of the verb? Yes, in that case, our subject would be singular. The moment we are adding or in between, our subject would be singular and our verb will also be singular. So, Rima or Rahul lives in Mumbai. He loves to eat ice cream. He loves to eat ice cream. So, he is a pronoun here. It's a singular third person pronoun. They, again, it's a plural third person pronoun. They love to eat ice cream. Okay, so what I will tell you is this: after attending this class, please come back and check this video and try making your own sentences and try speaking with all these rules. Yes, my friend speaks French in this way. My mother cooks noodles Anything like this you can create and keep on practicing every day. Okay, so here again I have given a table. So here in this column we have got nouns, here we have got pronouns, and here we have got the forms of verbs. Okay, here we have got all the singular noun, here we have got the third person singular pronoun, he, she, it. These are known to be third person singular pronoun. Okay, and if your subjects are like this, your verbs would be, whichever verbs you are using, they all will come with s. Okay, and if your subjects are nouns, plural nouns, or they are plural form of pronouns like they and we, and why I have used I and you here, because these two are considered to be plural, or these two takes plural form of the verb, and that's why I have written these two here. Okay, so here these subjects will take plural verb, that means each verb will come without s, right? Okay, now here if you want to frame negative sentences, yes, how can you frame negative sentences with do and does? This child doesn't eat vegetables. Okay, so why I used do and does, because most of the time we are so much confused with the usage of do and does. Remember, do is plural and does is singular, right? Does is singular because do and es, that means with do we are adding s to it. Yes, and the moment we add s to the verb, it becomes singular. Okay, so does is singular and do is plural. So this child doesn't eat vegetables. These children don't eat vegetables. This car doesn't look good. These cars don't look good. That lady doesn't know to speak in English. Those ladies don't know to speak in English. My grandmother doesn't know to cook dosa. My grandparents don't know to cook dosa. He doesn't know to ride cycle. They don't know to ride cycle. So I hope from now on you are going to use do with plural subject and does with singular subject. Okay. Now how can we frame questions? Does that boy go to school? Do those boys go to school? Does she has a car? Do they have a car? Does he like ice cream? Do they like ice cream? Okay, now here your question would be why we are not adding s to the main verbs. Okay, does that boy go to school? Most of the time you will hear people, they say does that boy goes to school. No, that is wrong. We have already added s to this verb do, and that's why the next main verb which is coming, in that we are not going to add any kind of s, that will be in its base form. Okay, does that boy go to school? Does she has a car? Does he like ice cream? Does Rima live in Mumbai? Do Rima and Rahul live in Mumbai? So one thing you also have to remember is subject verb agreement is applicable only in simple present tense, not in any other type of tenses. Only in simple present tense. Now you will be thinking, what is simple present tense? Simple present tense we use to talk about our regular activities. So if somebody asks you what you do daily in the morning, what you will say? I wake up in the morning at 6 a.m. I brush my teeth, I take my bath, I eat my breakfast. Okay, so can you see all these verbs are in its base form? Yeah, as you are using I, and that's why you are using the plural form of the verb eat, brush, bath, that is all are without s, and in between we don't have any helping verbs as well. Okay, say for example you are talking about your mother. My mother wakes up. So my mother, it's a singular subject. My mother wakes up every morning at 5 a.m. My mother cooks breakfast. My mother cooks breakfast. She then serves breakfast to everybody. Yes. So this is how you are going to frame sentences. Please come back to this video again, listen to all the explanation, check all these sentences, try making your own sentences, and then try speaking about yourself, about your family members in simple present tense, right? And in simple present tense, the moment we want to frame negative sentences or question sentences, we use do or does. Okay, so let us move forward. So subject verb agreement with, I'm showing you the helping verb now, verb to be. Yes, so under present tense, if our pronoun, the pronoun which you are using is I, then it would be I am. Okay, I am. Then for singular third person pronouns, he, she, it, they are known as third person pronoun because whenever we use he, she, it means we are talking about those person to somebody. So maybe I am talking to you about Sachin Tendulkar. I will say he is such a good cricketer, isn't it? So what I am using he. So these are third person singular pronoun. So he, she, it, when you are using, it would be is. Yes. So am, is, are, when do we use? When we are framing sentences under present continuous tense. Something present continuous tense we use to show the actions which are going on right now. Like I am teaching English to you people now. You all are learning. So here see, plural, you, we, they. These are plural pronoun, and for that we will be using are. Okay, so if you are framing sentences under simple present continuous tense with I, you will use am. With he, she, it, you are going to use is. And if you are using you, we, they, you are going to use are. Apart from this, if you have any other plural subject like my friends, my family, or my colleagues, then also you are going to use are. And if you are using somebody's name like Neha, Rahul, Raj, okay, then you are going to use is. Raj is coming to my home tomorrow. Neha is cooking her dinner now. Yes, under past tense. Okay, under past tense, what are the helping verbs which we are going to use? Okay, for singular, I, he, she, it, we will always use was. I was in a party yesterday. I was in a party yesterday. She was preparing her coffee yesterday. So past tense, we always use past tense for all the actions which have already taken place. And remember, most of the time when we talk, it is always about our past events. So you should practice more on past tense, because whenever you are going to talk to your manager about your colleagues, that means the activity is already over, the event is already over, and then you are going to talk to your manager about what happened. Or maybe you are facing some issues while working, so already you got the experience that these all issues are there, and then you will go to your manager and you'll say, I was facing these all issues while working on this project. Yes. Then we have plural form of this past helping verb, that is we will use it with you, we, they. You were, we were, they were. You were working on a project last year. We were playing cricket in a park yesterday. They were watching a movie yesterday. Yes. Now if you use if you think that okay, I'm talking about a singular person, or I'm talking to a singular person and I will use was, no. With you will always use were. Okay. You were talking to your friends yesterday. You are never going to say you was talking to your friend. No, that is wrong. Yes. So I have got some sentences here, like I am a girl. He is going to school. She is doing her homework. You are doing your homework. They are playing in the park. We are going for shopping. Okay, so from second sentence till the last one, we have got all the sentences under present continuous tense. And here actually we have used all these verbs, that is, are, in a way of helping the sentence to know in which time the action happened. But in the first sentence it is verb to be, to understand that what I am a girl, right? So this is the difference between helping, when you say these verbs to be helping, and when you say these verbs to be. Okay. Then past tense, I was reading, he was playing, she was working, you were talking to your friends, they were going for shopping, we were playing. Again, here also all our sentences are under past continuous tense, right? So start using these sentences, these kind of sentences, when you are talking to somebody. Start writing such kind of sentences. Just think in your mind what you are doing now. Okay, I am learning English, I am watching a session, or I am attending a session. Okay, I'm talking to my friends now, I am going to my friend's house now, I am preparing tea for my family, my mother is cooking dinner for us, my brother is watching TV, my sister is cleaning the home. In this way, every day start thinking in your mind, and whatever you are thinking, start writing, and after writing, then start speaking on those things, and definitely you are going to improve yourself. Yes, it will take time, it's not a thing which you will be getting in a short span of time. It will take some time, maybe 3 months or more than that. It totally depends on you. Yes. Okay. So here are some verbs, how we can make them plural. Okay, so for these kind of verbs, just we can add s and they becomes plural. Read, reads, sleep, sleeps, drink, drinks, play, plays, bake, bakes, run, runs. Yes. But verbs which ends with a consonant plus y, okay, like fly. Okay, in that case the plural form would be flies. We have to add es. Cry, cries. Study, studies. Spy, spies. Worry, worries. Hurry, hurries. So see, all these words in its simple form, in its simple verb form, they all are ending with y, but we have replaced y with ies. Yes, ies. Then verbs ending with o, sh, t, ch, x or ss. How we are going to make these verbs into plural form? That is go, goes. Brush, brushes. We have to add es at the end. Fix, fixes. Catch, catches. Teach, teaches. Guess, guesses. Yes. Okay. Here there are some questions. Now I am not going to answer them for you. I'm showing you the screen. Come back to the video. Try answering them. Yes. And just think about the subject verb agreement which we did earlier, and accordingly you can answer. Okay. Okay, so here we will just go out from this topic, and I also wanted you to know about the usage of have, has, and had. Yes, because most of the time I have seen people using these three helping verbs in a wrong manner, incorrectly. Okay, how can we use have, has, and had? So have and has is used with present perfect tense. First thing first you have to remember is that whenever like you are framing sentences under present perfect tense, at that point of time you use. But maybe as beginner you don't know what is present perfect tense, but you do use have and has. So for your clarity I have brought this to you so that you can understand. Had is used with past perfect tense. So whenever you are talking about something which has already happened, at that point of time you can use had. Okay, so what are the rules to use have and has? Have and has we use while talking under present tense. Okay, so for I, if your pronoun is, if your subject is I, you, we, they, or any kind of plural subject like my family, my friends, my colleagues, for all those you'll be using have. Okay, have. I have went for a party. You have gone to your sister's home. We have gone for a movie. They have gone for a movie. Okay, then he, she, it, these are third person singular pronoun, and that's why they will use has. He has gone for a party. She has gone for a movie. It has jumped on the wall, right? Okay. Okay, just a second. Okay, so here, when can we use had? Okay, when the event has already taken place and there is a time gap between it. It is not like it has happened just few hours back. Maybe there is maybe more than half a day, or maybe more than one day. Then you can use had. I had gone to the doctor, but he was not available. I had gone to the doctor, but he was not available. Had you will be using only under past tense, and had can be used with all the kind of subjects, that is with I, you, we, they, he, she, it, with anybody's name, with the plural form of subjects you can use had. They had gone for a party. Okay, he had worked in this project last year. Okay, so this is how we are going to use have, has, and had. So do you have any question, anybody? Raman, thank you that you liked the session. Anybody has any question, please do ask me. Anybody has any question? Did you understand the session? Please do message me if you have any confusion in the understanding of all those things. Whatever I have covered today, I know I have covered lots of things today. Okay. So then I will end up my class here. I hope you learned something and also you liked the session. Please come back to the video and watch it again and again to understand the rules of subject verb agreement. Until unless you don't understand, you will not be able to frame correct sentences. But I will always suggest you to start speaking first if you are a beginner, and then you can come to the accuracy. Yes, thank you. Have a nice day and keep learning. Bye.